good thing there's one thing Riot's good at. It's charisma.
So, Riot, here are 6 little chips for you.
Uh-huh.
We're going to call these your Frog Demon chips.
Okay.
On the Frog's Demon turn, you can either dismiss it as you would the Insect Plague and hope the Frog Demon goes away, or you can spend one of these chips to command it to do something.
Okay.
Once the chips run out, all bets are off.
Gotcha.
Can you command it to dismiss itself?
It actually, this is what you would know as a spellcaster, is it doesn't have the power to dismiss itself. You summoned it here.
Okay.
And you won the contest. You've got it locked down for at least that amount of time. But it's not like a summoned animal that just does your bidding. This is an intelligent creature that resents you greatly for what you've done to it. Moving or staying put?
I'm going to stay put. Maybe I should... No, because that would involve going off. Yeah, I'll stay where I am.
Okay. And back to Mahogany.
Alright, I'm gonna take a piece of this bone and throw it at the black gunk here.
Just like a loose chunk of it down there?
Yeah, I've got a throw rock ability.
Okay, well, use it. That's fine. Which gunk are you throwing it at? The one next to Riot, or you got?
Yeah, the one next to Riot.
Okay.
$22.
22 will hit.
Alright, let's see if I can beat Kelian. 9 bludgeoning damage.
That's not bad.
I think the more important question in here is how many job points did he get?
No, you have to throw rocks at your allies to get job points.
Okay.
Moving or staying put?
I'm good.
All right. All right, Kelian.
Hello.
You first.
Okay.
How does a 19 do?
Just hits.
But your armor's fine.
Cool.
I have an idea!
Kelian,
Yeah.
8 points of bludgeoning damage, plus 12 points of acid damage. Riot, you next.
Why am I tanking?
Actually, I'm going to go ahead and absorb that into the ward. It was 8 plus 9, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'll
Suck it up.
Eat that in your arcane ward.
Yep.
Right, I've got a 22.
Yeah, that'll hit.
But your armor's fine. 6 points of bludgeoning damage,
And?
plus 15 of acid.
Okay.
And Nath.
So that adds up to what? That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen this thing do. It's not accepting my change to my hit point total.
You have to reload the page.
Yeah.
Nath, I've only got a 12 to hit you.
Is that actually my AC? No, my AC is 15.
I'm assuming you have mage armor up at the very least.
No, I've got armor, actually.
Oh, that's right. You're wearing the harmonium armor that we gave you, your adamantine robe
All right.
or whatever.
So I have weird news for you, Rick Road.
Okay.
I failed my concentration check on that summon insect spell.
Do you?
Ooh, that's bad. Wait, isn't that the one that the fork concentrates for you, though?
Oh, you're right, it is. Okay.
That would have
Forecast
been
roll a
interesting.
concentration check.
You guys have enough to worry about. So Nath, your friendly monster misses you there, and now it's Nath's turn.
All right. Let's go ahead and put 2 magic missiles in this one and 1 magic missile on this one.
Okay.
It is 3 at first level slot, right? Yeah, let's go ahead and bump it up to a 2nd level. I'll put 2 on each.
Okay.
So this one,
The one in front of you or Riot? In front of Riot? Okay.
Riot will take 5 force damage, and the one in front of me will take 8 force damage.
So this one in front of Riot would probably make a spectacular wet splattering sound as it explodes, but there's no sound in this place, unfortunately. Moving or staying put?
That's the end of Nath's turn.
Liberation, you're not surprised anymore.
Now, being surprised indicated that I'm aware that this stuff goes on, but I was just too to...
Basically, you realize, wait a minute, Kelian's not right behind me, and just you turn around and you spend 2 seconds in just shock as you watch puddings take your friends apart.
Okay, yeah, here's what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hop back across
Okay.
and do something incredibly stupid.
As is your want.
Punching black puddings with my bare hands.
That, okay, well, we'll go ahead and roll to hit. Let's make sure you actually hit the thing.
19 to hit.
And how many attacks are you using?
Just one at the moment.
Just one?
Yeah.
5 points of acid damage.
Youch.
Go ahead and give it some damage.
Yeah, hang on. I just had to... I've had a shitty tab up.
Are
For
you
some...
looking at porn while we're playing D&D?
I wish. No, I'm not. Okay, so it's 5 points to me and to the pudding. Haha, that was totally worth it. It's 4 damage to this thing.
Okay.
And once I realize just how much this is not a good idea, I will burn a key point to dodge. I will not take my second attack.
And then staying put in that square?
Yep.
All right. Looking over at Karan, he's got his hands cupped around his mouth and he's shouting something furiously at you all. All right, Riot, what do you want to do with Mr. Frog Demon?
I'm going to order him to attack, to move up and attack this guy.
Here, I better give the Frog Demon some hit points here.
So let me spend a chip.
Wait, did we already kill one of these?
One of the little ones, yeah.
Nice.
Now, you don't have access to this creature's stat block.
Nope.
Unless...
I have no idea. I don't even know what it is. It's such a battle to it, I guess.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Is I'll give Riot the opportunity because I don't think we've ever established how much Riot knows about various types of Tanari.
Mm-hmm.
If that knowledge is extensive, I'll give you more information. If you just want to be surprised, I'll just give you very basic information, let you run with it from there.
Would this Tanari be a type of creature that is ever found in Sigil?
Yes, but not commonly. You would see them around. It's definitely not one of the lesser Tanari. It's not just like a mains or a quasit or something.
I see. I might just have the basic information then.
Okay. Just looking at this thing, it's just a monstrous humanoid frog. And it looks like it attacks with its claws and teeth.
Okay. Alright, let's have it. Impale yourself upon this this jelly frog.
Alright, go ahead and throw away one of your chips.
I did.
First, let's see how many of hits attack. Probably all of them. Yes, all 3 attacks. So let's give him some acid damage. Riot, as you're watching this thing attack this slime, I mean, you can tell that it's totally aware of what it's doing and that it's your fault. And that this acid is burning its hands and mouth as it clamps down repeatedly. Let's deal some damage now. This might actually kill this pudding, though.
I figure the more damage I make this frog monster do to itself before we inevitably have to fight it, the better.
That's a good assumption. Yeah, that puts an end to this pudding. But you can see the severe burns that this thing is taken from engaging in melee with this pudding. Some fiends, you're aware, are resistant to acid, but not this one, apparently. Kelian, you're up.
I'm gonna shoot that guy.
Screw this guy.
Oh, I meant to take the penalty, but I didn't call for it before. That is a 23.
That will hit.
Next time.
First. It's 30 damage.
30 damage.
Yeah.
Is it 30 or is it 31?
30.
Okay. You put a bolt into this pudding and you watch it shudder from the impact. Moving or staying put?
Disengage is a cunning action, and hop towards Karan.
I'll make Nick do this because I know Nick likes rolling dice. Roll percentile.
Okay.
That's going to bring us to Riot's turn.
Keep this metal as the tens. It's 75.
Okay. Riot, you're up.
Okay.
It's just the one large pudding now.
Right. I'll go ahead and produce flame it.
Produce flame it.
Yeah. So I gotta roll for this. That's some highish number that'll probably hit.
Probably.
Look, I don't remember exactly what my bonus is to produce flame, but it's considerable.
So you go to throw the flame at the creature, and two things strike you as odd about this flame. For one, you're used to this being a very instantaneous effect. Flame appears in your hands, you throw it like a baseball, it explodes, and that's it. It doesn't leave your hand when you go to throw it. And it continuously burns in your hand. It's not doing you any damage. It seems to have engulfed your hand kind of the way that rock engulfed Mahogany's. And you watch it go from orange to red to white hot. And it's not burning you, but your hand is on fire now.
Can I move it closer to the...
I'll let you make a... instead of a ranged attack, call that a melee attack, and yeah, you can attack it with your burning hand.
Okay. What is the diff? Is it still a spell attack, or what am I doing here?
It's a melee spell attack.
Melee spell attack.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, that's a... God, I don't know. Like, what does that change my modifier to?
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. Okay. Yeah, then that's like a 24.
Okay, 2 points of acid damage as your hand impacts the pudding. And what did you roll on your damage roll for Produce Flame?
Oh, it was a 16.
A 16?
Yeah.
Okay. And the flame is burning much more effectively than you're used to. And you burn this thing pretty severely. And when you pull your hand back, the flame is still on your hand.
Okay.
That's convenience.
Mahogany, you're up.
Alright, I've got an idea.
Do you?
I make a melee attack against this giant ooze, but I do it with my rock-encrusted hand.
Oh, you're still taking acid damage.
I know, but I'm trying to burn this rock off.
That probably wouldn't work with just like a punch, with like a strike. If you try to put your hand inside the monster and hold it there for a round, that way.
Yeah, I'll do it. I don't give a shit.
All right. Go ahead and make the attack roll. You might as well at least get a little bit of damage out of this.
Yeah.
Just the 1 point, I guess. Well, no, you can use your monkey's regular attack roll.
Yeah, I have a fist attack.
Yeah, there you go.
17.
A 17 hits. How much damage?
7.
7 points.
Oh, 9. 9 damage.
Damn, son.
I know. Dude, I'm not a CR 1/2 creature for nothing.
I like that we got, like, Riot's fist is on fire and she punches it, and then the monkey on her shoulder also punches it with his other fist.
22
encased in
points
something.
of acid damage to the monkey.
Yeah, I'm not a monkey anymore. That's over.
Are you,
On the other hand, I am now resistant to acid.
were you on my shoulder when you did that?
Yes.
Oh no, I just. Well, okay, yeah, then great, yeah, and yeah, it just goes, "Buh!" And then he sits there for like a good 6 seconds because my hand's in there for the whole round, and then he immediately turns into just a giant Genasi and falls off your shoulder.
Mahogany, we'll say that you're lying prone in front of Riot with your rock hand stuck inside the monster that you're holding there, and it's burning like shit. It hurts a lot. On your next turn, we'll determine if you take more damage from that or not. That's going to bring us to the pudding. You know, let's just stay with Mahogany. This is...
He has advantage because I'm prone.
He's laying prone. I don't get the critical hit, though. Mahogany, 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
14 points of acid damage.
It's fine, I'm resistant.
As the thing forms a pseudopod and starts bludgeoning you around your prone head. Nath, you're up.
Go ahead and frostbite this guy.
Frostbite. That's not a melee, correct?
Nope.
Okay. Is that a roll or is that a saving throw?
It's an attack roll.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm sorry, it's a saving throw. It's a DC 18 con save.
Fail.
All right. Six cold damage, and it gets disadvantage on its next attack.
And none of that happens. You frost over a big part of the pudding, but other than that, it did not seem to have any effect.
Let's see. Move to there, and that's the end of Nath's turn.
That's Kelian.
Oh, sorry. Still the end of Nath's turn.
Liberation, you're up.
Liberation is dodging and weaving and sees that this thing just does not care about him. And then thinks for a minute, for just a second, and then whips another kick at this thing.
Kick it?
Yeah.
Are you wearing magic boots?
I am not wearing magic boots.
Destroys whatever boots you're wearing when you kick it.
It's fine.
Go ahead and roll the hit.
I won't have a boot then. Alright, so that is 20 to hit? No, 22 to hit.
Take 1 point of acid damage.
Okay. A couple things are going to happen in quick succession.
Okay.
First, I'm going to deal 10 points of damage.
And that's it.
10 points of blood.
It's over.
Oh, it's over?
Yeah.
Darn! Well, then, never mind. I was going to do the other thing.
One thing
Never mind.
happened in quick succession.
Now you're wearing your -5 thoroughly corroded pair of leather boots.
Nice.
We're still on initiative.
Yeah.
Kelian.
Here we are.
Karan puts his hand around your shoulder, points at the frog demon with one hand. With his other hand, he holds it out in front of you and gives you the signal with his fingers. 1, 2, 3, like he's preparing to bum rush this frog. He's waiting for your mark. Riot, you have the frog demon now.
Yeah, when do I get to try and dispel it on my turn?
Yeah, you can make it. You can try to dispel him as your action on your turn.
I'm gonna tell the frog demon to go over there. Or at least as far away from me as its speed can go.
Okay. It's got 30-foot speed, so it can move 6 squares.
Yeah.
It's amphibious, too.
It's actually not.
It's fucked up.
It doesn't have a
That's
swim
weird.
speed. And you
That's
attempt
really
to dismiss it?
Well, Kelian gets to go first. Or is that wait, is that my turn or his?
This is on the frog demon's turn.
Okay, and I can attempt to dismiss it on the frog demon's turn?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll try and do that.
It just simplifies things for me.
Gotcha.
And you dismiss the demon, and it's gone.
Phew.
Are you still on initiative, though?
We are, and now it's Kelian's turn.
Bonus action, daintily take Karan's arm off from around my shoulder.
Daintily, okay.
Yeah. 2, 5, 6, and cunning action. Is the face still in the water?
You go over and look.
Yeah.
The reflection of the face is still in the water.
Looking upward.
And looking upward, you just see this like sickly canopy of bloated trees with hanging vines and moss and things above you, but you do not see a undead barrier up there.
Can I make a perception check to see if I can figure out where he might be?
Right, make a perception check. Wisdom perception.
I mean, I don't know.
That's the normal perception.
Yeah, let's just make a charisma perception from now on, because screw you guys.
How is that a 5? How is that a 5?
Barely. I saw it barely dip over off of that 20.
That's a point. I rolled the point.
You got it. It's a 5. I moused over it. What's that turn into?
7.
7?
11.
11?
Oh.
And I mean, scanning the trees, I mean, you don't... There doesn't seem to be anything up there that could support the weight of this barrier. As you scan around, you don't see anything. Riot.
Riot picks herself up from under Mahogany. And goes to see if she can, using like the reflection, gauge where it should be above to cast that kind of reflection.
Directly above you. It should be floating right up there if it's casting a reflection.
Okay. Let me check something real quick. Just want to see if I have to be able to see it for this to work. No, I don't actually. Interesting. I'm going to cast Dispel Magic.
On the reflection?
On where the thing should be to cast that kind of reflection.
Okay, at what level do you cast Dispel Magic?
Where's my... How many slots do I have left? I'm going to cast it at 5th level.
At 5th level?
Mm-hmm.
And you're trying to cast it like in the air above where this thing's reflection should be?
Yeah. Like, you know how if you're looking in a mirror, you can see like, oh, this thing must be 3 feet behind me, even though you're not looking directly at it? That's kind of what I'm trying to do with this.
And you discharge the spell, and the face in the water disappears.
Huh.
You no longer see a reflection. But there is still a big monster on the initiative order. What's with that?
Yeah.
Moving or staying put?
I think I'm going to go back out of the water again.
Hey, Mahogany.
Mahogany, do I have my hand back?
The structural integrity of the rock is severely weakened. I'll say that with a sufficient strength check, you could break it off your hand now.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to be spending my next few rounds doing, because my strength is butt.
Not athletic.
But I'll get there eventually.
Straight strength.
Yeah.
Ten,
11.
You feel your... 11?
Yeah.
Here's how we're going to do it. We're going to call it a DC 10 check.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. It is a 10 that I rolled.
Well, I'm going to say that the rock has 10 hit points. For every success you get over a 10, subtract 1 hit points.
Okay, so none for
So
the
nothing.
moment.
If you roll... In fact, let's just give you a D10. So you
Yeah.
can keep track of that. Here, I'll set it. Where are you at? You're over here. There you go.
Yeah.
So you can feel your fingers flex inside where you couldn't before. So the acid has done some work. You're staying put?
Yeah, I'm good. This is my next few rounds.
Okay, there's no more black pudding, so we're now down to Nath.
And what am I aware of right now?
Just what you see on the map. Riot just dispelled the reflection in the water. There doesn't seem to be any other danger around.
Oh, wait. Actually, I have an iron
Baffle
stone
dodge.
Just dodge in place.
Yeah.
Liberation.
Nobody. Doesn't seem to be anything to do.
Look around. Cursory glance. Nothing. Not really focusing on one spot in particular. Then shrug, hop across.
Hop across? Okay. And you hop across the now reflectionless water.
Okay. Gesture for the others to follow.
Karan does follow enthusiastically.
Yay!
We don't have a frog demon anymore.
Tragedy.
I feel like that ended up not being as fun as it could have possibly been.
Yeah.
Kelian, you're up.
So Riot basically pointed at something up in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Dispel magic hit whatever it was, and there's no reflection in the water.
Correct. That happened.
That happened, huh?
That happened.
Kelian's going to shoot up at the sky. Because why not?
Just fire in the sky with a magic bolt or a regular bolt?
Magic bolt.
And you loose one in the sky, and it's gone forever?
Like, this doesn't come back down, or?
It does, but in the water somewhere.
In the
around
water?
here.
Alright.
I mean, those bolts shatter on impact. You're not able to recover them.
But nothing happened.
Nothing happens.
Didn't stick anyone.
Nope.
Didn't do anything.
Absolutely not.
Alright.
Moving or staying put?
Alright.
Riot, your friends seem to be starting to jump back across this water and continue on their journey.
Yeah, it looks like I have to spell whatever's going on. Riot doesn't know about the initiative order. I'm gonna try and jump across the water because I don't want to stick my feet in it.
Okay. It's just like a 5-foot hop across.
Okay.
I made sure to measure that out when I put the squares on the map to make sure it wasn't too far for people to jump.
Yeah. All right. Now you know what Red's going to use her full other movement to get away from the water again.
Okay. So
There you
you're trying to stay like in the middle of the bone?
Yeah.
Mahogany.
Yeah, I'll hop over and then I'll keep working on this rock hand situation.
Yeah, go ahead and make a strength check.
I will. Man, it's a really good thing I have an Iron Stone, or I'd be working at a -1 here.
You're actually making it stronger.
Damn it!
Yeah.
And Mahogany just has a face of such concentration on his face.
Nath, you're the only one left on this side of the water.
Yep.
So yeah, moved like there.
Okay. Liberation.
All right. Guess we'll start heading up. 50. Have that real quick. All right. Yeah. No real rush, so.
Oh, that triggers the big monster's ready to action.
Yay!
And it takes the stone off Mahogany's hand. Gives him a thumbs up.
Wow, that's the worst ready to action ever. A pseudopod reaches around from underneath the bone as this thing comes out of hiding. I'll just bring this guy out here. This is fine. It's a different color than the oozes you just fought. This one has like a sickly green color with putrid yellow and red specks throughout it. It also has a face. The face is not in a fixed position. It's this twisted-looking, pained, horrific visage. It is not fixed to any one position on the thing, and there doesn't seem to be much of a correlation between where this thing is attacking you as it's crawling out from under this bone to where this face is aiming. But it does lash out with this wild strike with this pseudopod. Liberation dances out of the way of it. Karan jumps back across, reaches into one of his vomit-encrusted pockets, pulls out a pair of bifocal lenses, and puts them on. Kelian.
You keep being you, Karan. You keep being you. I'll shoot
Ron is like the pokey of our group.
I'm going to shoot it, and I'm going to take the -5 penalty.
Okay. God, I wish I had made that connection first. I'd be using that.
Karan apologized profusely.
Ooh. I don't want to...
You do have that bardic inspiration.
I do, but I don't know if even if I rolled the maximum, that would be enough.
AC is probably bad.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck it. Oh, wait, no, I got lucky tokens. I'm gonna lucky.
Yeah.
There you go. I wasn't gonna say anything.
I wasn't either.
You're talking like you would, so whatever.
I mean, is it on your character sheet?
That's a. It's going to be a 15 plus or 10 because I can do math. Ah!
That's that 11.
I'm sorry.
An 11?
That is 11.
That hits. Roll damage.
Thank you. I'll take that pity. I don't mind.
Actually, make a wisdom saving throw before you shoot.
Actually, it's got mage armor.
That was a 14.
A 14?
Yeah.
Liberation. Does an 11 hit your AC?
Nope.
Kelian, you go to fire your crossbow, but at the last second, something painful stabs at your brain, and you turn your crossbow to the side and loose at Liberation instead. Fortunately, his AC is much higher than the blob's, and you miss. Moving or staying put?
What the f... Oh. Ow, I guess. I'm gonna stay put.
Liberation glares at Kelian like, what the fuck was that about?
I don't know.
Right.
You
But
can't
it hurt.
hear him saying this.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You just see that. You like there's something unmistakable about that expression.
Well, then you would see Kelian flinching as whatever hits his brain.
Kelian just shrugs like, hey, whatever.
I'm trying to think of a thing I can do here.
Just leave.
So on second thought, the Abyss is a silly place.
Yeah.
I do everybody a
Sorry.
formal apology for the Monty Python reference. I'm sorry.
I would love if our party just started avoiding all combat. Like if we just decided.
We just run away at every opportunity.
Sorry, I usually don't take this long my turn, but
It's fine. Sometimes I have a lot of spells to look through.
It's usually not this confusing.
Yeah,
There's a lot to
because
keep in mind
I
here.
still got Produce Flame up, but it's on my hand still.
Yes.
Cast it again.
Yeah, that'll be great.
Go for the double fist.
This round, right, is... Oh god, is this gonna... Well, no, let's just do it. Gonna cast... What is it? I've certainly forgotten the name of the spell. It's stupid. Mirror Image.
Mirror image.
Alright, it's mirror image.
That's an
That's an
illusion
illusion.
spell, correct?
It is an illusion spell.
You get one extra image when you cast it.
Nice.
Dancing in the square with you. Duration, this isn't going to come into play, but the duration would also be 2 minutes if this combat was going to last 2 minutes, which it won't.
Yeah. And Riot will come up, walk
And-
up to it, and try and illusion tank this thing.
The way we'll handle that mechanically is the first time I destroy one of your illusions, we'll just say it doesn't. And that'll bring it back down to... So your goal is to just fill the bone up with riots, and then
Yeah.
stand over there. Gotcha. Alright, now I have to look up a spell, because I had it looked up, but then I had to look up Mirror Image. Edgar disagrees. He doesn't want me to do what I'm about to do.
Thank you, Edgar. At least someone's in our court.
I think this was
You fools!
I think this was a favorite spell of Terran's, actually.
Ooh!
Oh, wait, you know what?
Terran didn't have many combat spells, so we fine.
Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, 20-foot square, okay. Remember, you all are well acquainted with Evard's black tentacles.
Been a
I
while since we've
loved
seen
it.
it.
What grows up out of the ground just looks like an extension of this thing's oily body. as these tentacles grab and grasp around at you. So the way this works is when you start your turn on the square, you have to make a dex save or take some damage, and if you fail that save, you're restrained. It's just your standard issue Zone of Suck. Also, we're going to take a swing at Liberation. Liberation, how does a 19 do?
That do.
That do?
That do.
Were you dodging? I forget.
No, I was not.
You were not. Okay. I usually put a little D next to your name when you're dodging, but I didn't see one this time, so I thought I'd double check. And
The reason why is like my action got interrupted when this held action went off.
9 points of bludgeon damage.
Sure.
13 points of acid damage. What kind of armor are you wearing?
Nada.
You're not wearing any armor. That's right, you're a monk. Why would I... I'll tell you what, you guys really know how to take the wind out of my destroying equipment sales. I thought this was going to be a lot of fun. Nobody uses a weapon. Nobody's wearing armor. Fine, then.
Brickard, ask me what kind of armor I'm wearing.
I'm putting all the rust monsters back in the box. You guys don't get to play.
Brickard, it's magic.
That's going to bring us to Mahogany. So go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, right.
Liberation is now completely shirtless though. Burning away his shirt though.
He's going to go back and tell Father Mondo about how he trekked nude through half the abyss because a blob ate his clothes.
Yeah.
12.
12. What's this thing's spell save DC? That is a fail.
Oh,
I'm thinking has to be more interested in that.
12 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are restrained by these tentacles.
all right. Well, I got a thing that I can do without moving.
Okay. Are you going to try to break the rock off your hand?
No, I'm going to try to draw a line. Yeah, I can do that without hitting Riot.
Sure. Oh, yeah. And keep in mind, this thing is still clinging to the bottom and the edge of this bone. You've got more of a clear shot. You're fine.
Yeah. I cast a Wand of Lightning Bolt.
Wand of Lightning Bolt?
Yeah, I have that. It turns out... I know, it's easy to forget.
You dig it out with your good hand.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. And that's a dexterity saving throw on his...
Yeah, DC 15.
You know what his dexterity on is?
0?
You can look at his initiative and make a guess at how good his dex is.
10.
It got a positive save.
Yay!
I got a 4 on the save, which is pretty good for this thing. That's probably a big fail. So go ahead and damage.
All right. What's the shit? Oh. Sorry. Wait. Oh. D&D Beyond issues is what's happening here.
I really need the full version of this to come out.
Oh man, I really do. But what happened that time was I had previously selected a spell school, and then the advanced filters got hid because I was no longer looking at that spell, but it was still applying them. So it was like a weird UI thing.
You should report that bug after the session.
Bye, dice.
Well, I was hoping that one was
again.
good.
On the table.
How about 12 lightning damage?
12? Okay, and you light the thing up with electricity. Unlike the ones you previously fought, though, it doesn't split into two smaller slimes when that happens. And that's... You can't move. You're done there. That's going to bring us...
No,
I don't have any other blobs.
Does it have to make a con save? Concentration?
Actually, it does. Which it passes easily.
Oh.
Nath, I need a dexterity saving throw.
And I'm restrained currently or not?
If you fail this save, you are. If you make
this
this
is
save,
the
you're
dex. Yep. Probably not.
What'd you get?
Dick and balls.
Side of the sheet. Dex will be 6.
Oh, no, that's a big fail. So 8, 9, 10, 11 points of bludgeoning damage, and Nath is restrained.
Okay.
That's the start of my turn.
Okay. Liberation.
Yeah, so the slime is getting
Wait,
punched.
was that just at the start of my turn? I stole my actions.
You still have an action, but you just can't move.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm restrained. I mean, I get penalties and stuff. I'm restrained. So.
Restrained. Actually, you don't suffer any penalties. You get disadvantage on attack rolls, but I can't imagine you're about to make an attack roll.
That's what I meant. Let's see here.
Kelian in the back of the head.
So what terrible thing do you cast on my monster? My poor defenseless creature. All he did was get a little gropey, guys. Come on. It's just black tentacles.
Don't have any good mid-level.
What, it doesn't like shock play?
Is that what we're calling it?
No king shaming here, guys.
I'm sure there's a particular brothel in Sigil that will cater to that taste, if that's what you're into.
Yeah, let's hit him with a disintegrate.
Oh,
We'll make sure that doesn't have an attack roll.
damn, son.
Pulling out the big guns, huh?
So he gets to make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, he takes 10d40 force.
And it... How about a 3 on a dexterity save?
Looking for an 18.
No. Honestly, not possible. Can't do it. Can't beat that.
I've got a bigger one next turn if it's still alive.
Let's go ahead and give me the damage there.
Yep.
Ooh, that's some good numbers.
71.
71. All right, well, now we open up calc.exe.
Hey, Brickroad.
Yes, sir.
I'd like you to make a DC 35 concentration check.
Yeah, that's about to happen. Pass, surprisingly enough. No, that's the end of tentacles.
It's a dragon. It chooses to pass.
Dude, that would make this monster a lot scarier if I just gave it legendary resistance. And this is actually... I'll go into where I found this monster later, but this is straight out of the book. I did not invent this guy.
No, that's cool.
So I have my movement again, right? Let's just spread out a little in case it's got another tentacle.
And I mean, you blasted a hole directly through this thing. It's pretty gross.
And through the trees behind it.
Right.
It's like a donut blob now. Donut.
This is a 10 by 10 foot square of it that's missing, but it's still fighting.
But the soul still.
And you're ending your turn there. It's going to bring us to libations.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and punch it.
Okay.
I'm gonna punch it.
Go ahead and roll
Do
the
it.
hit. Start there.
Do your violence upon it.
Do my violence. That's 24.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
17.
17. All right, now you take some acid damage.
Groovy.
Oh, you take more acid damage. He's more acidic than the other guys.
Groovy.
11 points of acid damage. Now go ahead and deal some damage to him.
Liberation is now bloodied. Punching these things is just not worth it anymore. 8 damage.
8 damage.
Yep.
Okay.
Key point to dodge.
And key point dodge. Karan fists around in his pocket some more, his vomit-encrusted coat. Pulls out what looks like a small book and begins perusing it with his reading glasses. Kelian, you're up.
Karan is doing exactly what I wanted him to do.
Oh, I hope this doesn't go badly. I'm gonna shoot him.
Shoot him.
Okay, roll the hit.
Don't shoot me. Well, what am I saying? You couldn't hit me.
That is a 19.
That hits. Go ahead and roll some damage.
That's no funny wisdom saving throw or anything?
Not this time.
Alright.
Maybe you can only do it once per turn or something like that.
Why is it so low?
You get your D6s.
And you get your +1 for being on the abyss.
The D is like the lowest thing that matters. See, now that was a bad roll.
26 damage.
26 damage.
Count that.
All right. Are you moving or staying put after shooting this thing?
I'm staying put.
Riot and her friends. Riot, and Riot.
Mm-hmm. All 5 of the Riots and all 5 of the Burning Hands are going to make a spell attack against this guy, I guess.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit.
No, Burning Hands is a different spell.
I don't think I can miss, except on a 1. Yeah. My bonus is plus 11, and that's apparently...
As long as you don't roll a 1, then you're fine.
Yeah. I didn't roll a 1.
That's good.
So.
It's an AC of Zambi.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll the damage for Produce Flame.
That is a big fat 7.
A big fat 7.
Actually, it has an AC of Ooze, which I think is worse.
Yeah, Ooze AC is pretty bad. Riot, I do have to give you some acid damage. I know it's not your birthday or anything.
I should give him like 5 times the acid damage because all the damage. I'm just kidding.
15 points of acid damage as your arm sizzles from the thing's putrid slime. Moving or staying put?
We're all going to stay here.
All right. And this thing is going to launch more magic missiles at Riot than anybody's ever seen. So...
Counterspell.
You're counterspelling it?
Yep.
Ah!
Ho, 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 ho. This is the
I'm
first
so
counterspell
happy
of the
Nath's in
campaign?
the party.
No, it is not.
No.
Well, the first one, ours. No, that's right. Yeah. Liberation
it's
beat you
not.
to it.
Liberation did use it.
Yep.
What
It's
level
third
are you?
level. Third level. But I get plus 10 to this roll if it
Yeah,
matters.
go ahead and make the roll.
Cancels up to 14th level spells.
There are no such thing as 14th level spells. So this thing fires an enormous barrage of magic missiles out of its horrible, just macabre mouth, just launching them out. And they launch up into the sky, and then Nath just picks them out. They sizzle away and fizzle to nothing. But the thing's still going to pseudopod. Good old Liberation. And you're dodging?
I am dodging this time.
I got an 11 to hit?
Nope.
No. And then the thing is going to make a terrible face because it got counterspelled. That's no fun. It's going to bring us to Mahogany.
Alright, Mahogany doesn't want to be shown up, so he makes a bunch of wizardly gestures.
With one hand, because his other
With one hand.
Right.
Well, with 2 hands, but the other rock hand is just kind of waving around.
Very
And
good.
then he casts lightning bolts with his wand.
I like the Mahogany's just looking at Nath like, I could do that.
9 on the deck save.
Yeah, that's not going to do it. So let me
Jiggery
pick up
pokery.
Kelian's dice. Actually, let's do this a sand way so that doesn't happen.
Can you be the guy right now to finish off this monster?
I mean, maybe.
You'll have to roll pretty high, I think.
Oh, there goes.
It doesn't matter because it's selected.
These some good rolls.
30
Pretty good.
lightning damage.
30 lightning damage. And you electrocute the thing, and it falls back in the water, losing its cling on the bone. And you see it kind of melt away as your shocks sizzle out.
And you look at Mahogany's face, and you're pretty sure he's saying, "Ta-da!"
Doing jazz hands and everything.
Well, it's more like jazz rock.
Mahogany, assuming you spend the next few minutes continuing to flex and try to break this rock, you can get free of it. And
Yeah,
Riot,
I am going to roll the dice, though.
Riot, your fire dissipates over the course of the next few minutes. It snuffs out finally. And it looks like your hand is extremely burned. Like, it looks like you've held your hand inside of burning coals for several minutes. But you don't feel any pain. It just looks severely burned and scorched and pretty gross, actually.
Yeah.
It takes me 36 seconds to get the rock off my hands.
Very good. And then eventually Karan rejoins you, trying to walk and read at the same time. Does anybody help Karan not fall into the water as he works his way
Right.
across this bone? Okay.
I will totally help.
Nope.
Ryan, Mahogany looks for a second like he's considering climbing up onto Riot's shoulder again.
Who has the slate at the moment?
Mahogany.
I feel like it's important to know who's carrying that from one moment to the next.
Basically, Mahogany keeps like drawing things and then showing them to Riot. Riot, he's drawing really bad caricatures of everyone in the party.
Okay. What is Riot is going to look over Karan's shoulder at one point and try and figure out what he's reading.
He's reading a book of poetry.
Okay.
Okay, I'm fine then.
Is it good poetry?
I mean, it's Sigillian poetry.
So no.
I'm sure poetry in Sigil runs the gamut.
Liberation looks very bloody with all the acid burns he's taken all over his arms and legs and chest and just everywhere.
So we're going to go ahead and... let's get you guys out of this swamp before we take the break. The trek through the rest of the swamp is more or less uneventful. A lot of it is walking from bone to bone like you've been doing for a little while. But then the marshland starts to encroach back in. There's more dry land to walk on. And then the trees become thicker. And then eventually you find the shattered other side of the road that immediately picks up. And standing next to it, just outside of the wall, is our good friend, the Barrier. And standing on this last bone, looking out at this road, it looks like the road goes forward a little bit and then begins this switchback up to the top of the cliff.
Liberation looks at the barrier zombie and just gives him that expression, that shake, that smile, and the shake of his head. Oh, you.
So what's next?
Get back on the road, I guess.
Yeah, get back on the road.
Back on the road.
I never at any point got a response on that tuning, right?
Oh, no, you never did.
Okay.
And when you get back on the road, you don't see any physical change. Like, you don't see any weird transformation. It just kind of dawns on you after you take a few steps that the road straightens out and becomes level. You're not actually marching up the steep switchback that you thought you would. Once you're back on the road, for some reason, it just seems like you're walking straight ahead. The road just cuts through the physical dimensions of the place. Do you guys take a rest at any point, or do you finish out marching the day?
I kind of want to keep going. I don't know about the rest of you guys.
Yeah, I'm okay to keep going, but I don't know how you guys are doing for spells.
Can we take an hour?
I have cast zero
I
spells.
could burn some hit dice because I really could use it.
We can take an hour then. Yeah, it's fine.
Take a short rest?
Yeah.
How unnerving is it taking your short rest with this barrier staring and grinning at you?
I mean, at this point, I think Mahogany's come to terms with it.
He's in a good place with it?
Mahogany shows him his hand, and it gives him a thumbs up with his hand that no longer has a rock on it.
Riot always sits with her back to the barrier.
Okay.
I don't want to look at this thing.
Yeah, we're from Sigil. Kelian's like, whatever.
And after your rest, you decide to continue
We're
marching.
just really bored with it. Oh man, that's so good.
Sigil people are so jaded, it's not even funny.
That's so funny.
Yeah, pretty much.
Two things happen in very quick succession once you get back on the road. The first thing is you think you spot a figure standing in the center of the road, way off in the distance. And as soon as you're aware of this figure standing here, you turn and you see your barrier friend is no longer walking alongside you.
Aw.
And getting closer and closer to it, this is yet another of Granstarius' zombies with a note nailed into its chest.
Pull the note off of the zombie. Take a look at it.
And the note simply reads, Duke Granstarius welcomes you. And after you read it, the zombie lifts up its hand and points off of the road, off into the distance, which in this area looks like on a good plane, which is worth visiting and has reasons to go there, might be acres of farmland, productive workland. But in this place, just looks horrible. Like if you could grow pre-rotted vegetables, that's what you'd be doing here. But nonetheless, this is where the zombie is now pointing.
Man, abyssal druids must just be real bummers.
Riot takes a slate from Mahogany, or like with his permission, I guess.
Yeah, Mahogany allows it.
Do we trust this instruction?
Mahogany shrugs,
Right, now
and then he underlines the first 3 words of that sentence.
Liberation grins.
I mean, Nath will just cast Prestidigitation and said, "Did you trust the original instruction?"
Liberation points to the Prestidigitation image and nods.
Well, yeah, Riot writes in the slate. The original image wasn't next to a barrier with no head or with no face.
Well, neither is this one.
No, the barrier's no longer there.
Yeah, this is one of the Zambos that that Gren Starius is
The barrier
fond of
disappeared
using.
when this dude showed up, like he was scared of him. Which makes sense because this is Duke Grand Starius' house.
And I guess we'll leave the road in the direction that the Zambo pointed.
If I'm outvoted, I'm outvoted. Then, but I don't really trust this direction at all.
We know how much you respect voting.
So there's no gate or anything. So the question is, who hops the wall?
Mahogany.
Mahogany hops the wall. So I just want to put some text on screen here.
Anytime you ask the question, who does something?
Mahogany hops the wall.
Oh god, it's just near. We're just stuck in a text advantage here. Type here.
How do I get rid of this?
Burko, type here.
Oh god, no, he's ruined everything.
Wait, what?
What are you doing? Stop it.
He's,
Type here.
no.